Hey guys, know it's been about a week since my last upload, but I finally have a video idea that I think is an interesting enough topic to make a video about and discuss with you guys. And that's going to be the detrimental role of pride in video games. Now, of course, this doesn't strictly pertain to video games. It can apply to any aspect of life. For example, me personally, and not only is a problem for me in Destiny 2, it's a problem when it comes to trading card games, board games, even guitar. My extreme sense of pride is definitely my biggest crux. It's my biggest character flaw, and it affects me in every way conceivably possible. Now, pride can be summed up as basically this, at least for me. It's not using something because I think it's cheap, unfair, lame, dishonorable, unskillful, etc., etc. It's this really warped and extreme sense of overconfidence and arrogance. And that's the thing about it. Pride and arrogance, there's a very fine line between the two. And I guess the main reason I want to make this video is so you guys can learn from my mistakes. I want you to just understand that you have to eventually not just better yourself mechanically in the game, you have to better yourself as a person to make any further progress. There's always a bottleneck. If you think about it from a PC gaming perspective, if your CPU gets old and you have a really strong graphics card, one thing's got to give. One thing's always going to be holding you back. And I think that's one thing people forget about a lot, is that they have to improve themselves personally to get to a point where they can get better at a game, because you're going to plateau and you have to work yourself out all around. You know, physically, you have to make sure you're in a good state. Mentally, you have to make sure you're in a good state. And then mechanically, in-game, you'll be performing even better after you hit those plateaus, and you can grow a little bit more. I just want you guys to learn from my mistakes. Don't be overly proud. Don't put arbitrary rules on yourself where you limit things you can and can't do just because you think they're cheap or unfair. Everything is in the game for a reason. Everybody has access to these same items. Don't let it get to you if you need to use it to be able to compete, because everybody else is using it as well. There's no point in putting yourself at a disadvantage for no reason, just to prove to yourself that you want to prove to yourself that you're better than you are. You have to learn not to take yourself so seriously. This is the biggest character flaw I deal with on a daily basis, and I just really wanted to share and start a discussion with you guys about it, because I feel that as gamers, eventually when you get good enough at something, you're going to become arrogant, and that arrogance will cause you to plateau. And personally, getting over the mental aspect of certain things is the biggest wall that you hit after you get to a certain skill level in video games. An anecdotal story I have for this is the fact that for the longest time I refused to use one-eyed mask. I was afraid of just becoming dependent on it and not being able to ever use anything ever again. And the thing is, it just hampered my performance. It destroyed my consistency and made me a worse player overall. Eventually, you have to realize that when you put yourself at a disadvantage in that type of way, it really levels the playing field for the bad players, because they're going to be using that overpowered stuff. And skill, especially in a low skill gap game like Destiny, can only carry you so far. This is a loot-based game. It's a gear-based game. Different items are going to have different benefits for you. And if you're relying solely and strictly on skill, it's only going to have a bad outcome in the end. It's going to cause you to get worse. You're going to be putting up worse numbers. And overall, it's going to make you a worse player. So please learn from my mistakes, guys. Don't let pride consume your life. Don't become too arrogant. Don't put arbitrary rules on yourself. Just play the game, have fun. Don't take yourself too seriously, and you'll be surprised at the growth you can have. Anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. I got another one coming up here in the next few days. Thank you for being patient with my very sparse upload schedule. I will see you again soon, and let me know if you think of Black Armory down below. I still haven't bought it yet. Haven't decided. It's not exactly an expansion, but I'll look it up in a couple of weeks, listen to some podcasts, what people have to say about it, and maybe I'll jump in. But I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.